Are you someone that always feels ugly or not good enough? Just you feel like, oh, someone else is always better than me. Or you're looking at someone and thinking, oh, why couldn't I just be beautiful? Why couldn't I be good looking? You're scrolling on your social media and you see all these perfect people going to their Ambani weddings and they're looking all great and nice and dressed up. Well, you're not alone. You're not alone. We all feel this sense of insecurity sometimes. We all feel ugly sometimes. For me, for a very long time, I just felt as if I'm never going to find love. I'm not good enough. I'm ugly. I shouldn't even try. I used to hide the left hand side of my face so much. I used to take photographs only from the right hand side of my face. I used to reject this side of my face because I just didn't like it. I was born with this condition that causes tumors to grow on nerves. And for me, those tumors grow on my face, making me look visibly different. I was bullied in school. I didn't have friends in school. People didn't want to hang out with me. Some people were scared of me. Some people were curious. Some people thought this condition was contagious. I used to go to weddings, I remember still, and sit at the back and just play on my phone, keep my head down and not look up because I couldn't make eye contact with people because I was so insecure about the way I look, the way I feel about myself. And it wasn't until I learned certain things through my life's experiences that made me realize that actually, when you start thinking differently, when you put your mindset a little bit differently, things start to change. Because the most important lesson I learned is that confidence is something we can learn, practice, and perfect. Nobody is born confident. Nobody is born resilient. Nobody is born feeling like they're the best thing ever. You have to practice this. You have to consistently tell yourself that you're good enough. You have to consistently tell yourself that you're good looking. You have to consistently tell yourself that actually I validate myself. I love myself. I am who I am. We fail to accept who we are, and that is where the problem starts. We don't accept who we are, and that's why we're constantly seeking validation externally, and that's why we're constantly insecure about thinking about what other people will think of us. The moment we stop thinking about what other people will think of us and what we think of ourselves, that is when things start to change. That is when we start taking care of ourselves. That is when self-love comes into place. For me, there was a journey and there was a story of how I realized that, I need to accept my full face. I need to accept who I am before others can start accepting me. And the moment I realized that, I need to accept who I am before others can accept me, things started to change for me. I started going on this YouTube journey. I started going on this Instagram journey, started going on this TikTok journey, sharing my stories and inspiring people. People were coming to me and saying, Amit, you've really made a difference in my life. Thank you so much for telling me this. Thank you so much for sharing this story with me because I could resonate with this story. There's been so many things in my life, so many moments in my life that I can talk about, that I can share with you, that you can probably resonate with and say, actually, this happened to me as well. And it's really nice how you've dealt with it. And, I'm learning as well from other people sharing their stories with me. If you go into my Instagram account and you see some of the stories that I'm sharing, some of the comments that are there, it's incredible. And even on YouTube, the comments that I get when someone watched a video saying, oh, this video has really, really inspired me. Look, at the end of the day, we all struggle with insecurity. That's what you've got to know. Nobody's here alone. If you're somebody who's struggling with insecurity, if you're somebody struggling, feeling depressed because of your appearance, you're not alone. We all struggle with that. We're all learning. We're all in this journey. We're all in this together. So first of all, understand that there's other people going through what you're going through. Secondly, start saying to yourself, you know what? I've got this. I'm good enough. I always give this analogy of the stairs. If you're standing at the bottom of a set of stairs and you look up, the top level where you need to be is really high. You're not going to get there in one jump. Never. You have to take one step at a time. And when you start taking one step at a time, that top level gets closer and closer and closer. You might get more tired as you're walking up, but once you're there, you can take that deep breath, and be like, oh, made it. And you will make it. So remember that. Consistent action, tell yourself that you're good enough. Tell yourself, validate yourself, we can validate others. And, be strong because you are strong. It just takes practice, takes consistency, takes time. If you want to learn more, make sure you subscribe to this channel. There's lots of videos already on here of things I've spoken about today, but I'm going to be posting more videos, more discussions, and more videos. Anything you want to hear about, put in the comments. I'll be more than happy to talk about it. There is a link to a GoFundMe campaign on this video. Go click on that, have a look what that's about. We're looking to raise some money to go and speak at some schools. So it'd be great if you can contribute to that as well. Thank you so much for your time today. If you've liked the video, don't forget to like. Thank you.